Can you see, Kitty?
No, honey. It's down, babe, because I got taken a picture.
Yeah. Look at her smile.
Would the graduates in the audience please stand for the posting of the colors and the playing of the national anthem?
You deserve to be celebrated here, and I'm honored to be a part of that celebration. I'm also bringing a message of congratulations from Dr. Lebo to Principal John Parks and his faculty and staff for an outstanding job of educating this graduating class. Graduates, tonight you are stepping into the future. I ask you to think a minute about that future. It's not something that just happens. It is something we create. We can influence it if we know what we want it to be. The winners during the next decade and beyond will be those individuals, no matter what their occupation is, who not only can envision the future, but who can turn the future into a reality. Tonight is both a beginning and an end. You are stepping into the future with the knowledge and skills you have gained in the classrooms of Foothill High School and experience everywhere. When I look at all of you, I see that you are ready for the major step you are taking tonight. The future will be better because of each of you. I look forward to having each and every one of you as a valued member of a community. Again, congratulations, class of 1997. Thank you.
Would Christina Chow, Bronwyn Gagnes, and Susan Cantwell please come to the stage? It's always an honor for me to be able to recognize these individuals because I don't relate to it at all. Two individuals, Bronwyn Gagnes and Christina Chow, are valedictorians of this class by virtue of the fact that over their 4 years' experience, they have a straight A average. Susanna is salutatorian. She had all A's, but one B slid in there someplace. And at this time, the three students will have a few remarks to make, and Christina will lead the remarks.
Graduates, parents, family, friends, administration, Mr. Parks, faculty, and board members, welcome. We are here today to witness a momentous occasion. Today is a rite of passage for us graduates. Is a time of departure and of new beginnings. Now each one of us will go our different ways, but as we move on into the future, we will take with us the memories and lessons you have all given us. Thank you. As I look at my life at this point, it resembles a dark hallway illuminated by hope, the hope for a good future. Though I am afraid, I know I must continue. I cannot wait for things to come. Rather, I must take each additional step when available. As I continue through this hallway, I notice a series of doors approaching. Those doors are before us tonight. At first, the doors may put you in a state of confusion, but once you examine the doors carefully, you will see the future come together. We would like to be able to tell the dangerous doors at the first glance, but how realistic is that? Each door will have its own unique style, composition, and structure. And with the image of the door itself, we should be able to make some conclusions about what might be on the other side. So the real question is, which door should be opened? That is a question that each one of us, not only the graduates, but every living soul, must answer them for themselves. Choosing the door yourself is the key to happiness. There is still that fear of opening a door that may bring me misfortune. But this fear could even hinder someone to the point where keeping the doors closed. But with the help of others around us, we can overcome this fear. This hallway represents the various gateways to life. Very soon we will be opening these doors after taking the responsibility that you must deal with the consequences of the door. The whole experience of studying, entering, and then the adventure behind the door will be an important part of learning about life. Remember though, doors don't open by themselves, unless it's one of those automatic doors. But the doors of life do not have these electric eyes. Therefore, a person must take it upon him or herself to make the future. We all know this, yet many of us fail to try. So I'm here tonight to promise I will choose that right door and be successful. I will experience life, and I challenge all of you to do that same vow. Thank you. And here I would like to introduce the youngest and one of the brightest graduates tonight, Susanna Cantwell.
Hi. I'd like to start off by sharing a story with you. It's a story that a lady I met very recently told me a couple days ago. And it's about a boy who was sitting on a beach, and he had an onion and a knife with him. And as he was sitting there, he began peeling away at the onion, asking himself questions about himself. And the first question he asked himself was if he was the person that his mother thought he was. And he said no, that he wasn't that person. He was something more than that. And he was different. So as he cut into the second layer, he asked if he was the person that his teacher thought he was. And he said no, he was more than that too. And as he kept peeling through this onion, he kept asking himself similar questions about his friends, and about his family, and about other people he knew. And each time he had to say no, that he was more than the person they thought he was, and he was different. So when he finally was through with the onion, he was confused because he didn't know who he was. He knew that he wasn't who the other people thought he was, but he didn't know what was there for him. Then suddenly it came to him that although he was the layers, and the layers were a part of him, he was more of the essence of the onion, what we think of as the smell and the presence that it has. And when he eventually did make this search for himself, he discovered something beautiful. He discovered that he was something more than anyone would think he was, and that he was very important. And I know this story sounds kind of irrelevant, because I'm talking about an onion, but it shows a lot about our lives. This evening marks the beginning of a new life for all of us. It's a chance for us to peel away the layers that have built up and begin to find our true selves. These layers represent relationships we've had in our lives, and they're all important because they give us insight into our future. They tell us who we were and who we are to become. With this new dawn, we will go out and gather ourselves and discover our essence and what is important to us. Like the boy, we are taking control and shedding the unnecessary layers created by other people's perceptions. Each tomorrow from now on is a day to look forward to because it is a day of exploration and change. We will all meet new people and go to places we have never been before, and each will mean a new discovery into ourselves. Every relationship we have will be important and exciting because they will reveal who we are and tell us where we are going in the future. In a world where conformity is so easy to fall into, it is important that we find the real person that we are and be content with our individuality. Each day, things will happen that we like and dislike. And it is easy to learn from the lessons. It is easier to learn lessons from things we gain, but it is important to look at the things that didn't happen our way. My coach has often told me that when a dream doesn't exactly turn out the way you like, you have to look at the journey. Look at what it took you to get where you are, the people you met, and the things you learned along the way. They often show more than the dream itself. Look at high school, for example. We didn't meet every goal that we were striving for, but we learned valuable things. Look around you at the people that make you smile. You gain valuable things without even realizing it. As we move on to the next stage of our life, as we seek our independence, it is important to remember all that we have given each other to prepare for our new world. And although now we are able to grow and expand, the part of us that sits here tonight will always remain. If you ever decide to sit on that beach with an onion and are peeling away, remember the importance of every layer. And remember that each one brings you closer to your inner self. Now I'd like to introduce to you the co-valedictorian and a very good friend of mine, Bronwyn Gangnes.
Here we stand, on the brink of our future. We gaze across the vast horizon of possibilities and experience a mix of feelings: anticipation, excitement, relief, and perhaps most intensely, anxiety. This ceremony symbolizes the changes we are facing. We are filled with trepidation because we do not know what tomorrow will bring. And the plans each one of us has made, some will go to the university, some will stay at home, some will look for a job. Although diverse, these plans don't actually separate us, because all of us are standing at the exact same point tonight. We have become adults. But what does this mean? It means we can no longer blame our parents for the choices we make. It means we have to buy our own insurance, do our own laundry, and buy our own toilet paper. The anticipation we feel is directly related to making decisions that we know will shape our lives. No wonder Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken, is quoted at so many graduations. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. We understand that our choices make all the difference in our lives, and the excitement of assuming responsibility for our lives attracts us much more than it worries us. Each of us dreams of being a success. Whatever path we take, we dream of succeeding. Truly, success is our birthright. We should expect it, and nothing should stop us from achieving it. Still, we should not attach a dollar value to success. To do so is to embrace the most base form of the word, because success is a matter of the heart. This year, I met one of the happiest people I have ever known, a groundskeeper at our school. Previously, I had not thought that gardening was an honorable job. This man proved me wrong. He takes pride in mowing the lawns, watering the bushes, and pruning the trees. He appears content at his work. He speaks of his family with pride and to them with love. I have never seen him without a smile on his face and a friendly salutation on his lips. This man knows the true meaning of success. People feel anger when their personal worth is reduced to dollars and cents, and justifiably so. The bottom line is not material. It is much deeper than that. How will we live? What will we give to others? What will we take from them? Will we carry regret through our many seasons? Or will we smile as we work and appreciate the opportunity of enjoying the life we have been given? Being satisfied with ourselves is not enough, not if we want to grow, to become better people, and equally important, to make a better world. There are things that we can accomplish that those who came before us couldn't. We must challenge ourselves, and we must challenge each other. We must not compromise what is right by accepting what is easy. Because of that kind of thinking, we have inherited massive social problems that demand solutions. And we are the ones who will be expected by the teens of tomorrow to provide these solutions. Are we up to that challenge? I think we are. I congratulate all of us for achieving the goals we have set for ourselves thus far. We will make a difference, and we will do our part. We will succeed in recreating a world that is cleaner, safer, and more free than the one we were given. These are our dreams. I believe we are fit for the challenge, and I believe we will enjoy the work. As the Roman Virgil once said, we can because we know we can. As many of you know, Mr. Parks will be graduating with our class this year, and on behalf of the class of 1997, I'd like to thank him for being a great principal and wish him well in his retirement.
Thank you very much. After listening to those three addresses, the one by Mrs. Scholl, and the one by Mr. Choi, if I were smart, I would defer and not go on with this, but I'm not, so we'll talk some more. I'd like to introduce the other people who are on the stage for you this evening. You have already met Board Member Scholl, and you've met the Assistant Superintendent, Mike Choi. Would Keith Gittens please stand? He is the counselor for this class of 1997. And three people who I'm very, very much indebted to, the vice principals, Mrs. Carol Love, Mr. Bill Nelson, Mrs. Paula Wisniewski. I can't thank them enough for what they do. They are my right arm, my left arm, and so very helpful and supportive. And then we have two students on stage this evening that will be reading the names of the graduates as they come across the stage, Thi Long and Ursula Bigler. I suppose that, class, if you don't mind, these remarks are for your parents, your grandparents, your friends. I'll have some remarks for you later. I think that it's appropriate on a night such as this for graduation that we ask ourselves what kind of class is, in this case, the class of 1997. What have they done? What are the indicators that we have that they will, in fact, step out into the adult world tomorrow morning and be contributors and not takers in our society? And I think I can answer those questions for you by listing some things that they have done. Most of them have been involved in one or more of these activities, and it gives you a flavor then for their dedication, the kind of service that is available from them, and their perseverance in getting things done. And this list is in no order. Nothing is more important than the other, but it's just a list. And I want you people in the stands to know that sitting in front of you this evening are a number of very fine athletes. Individually and in teams, they have shown courage and determination